Today, I wanted to talk to you about the MERCE chart and how it could help you become the best version of yourself. Coming up after the intro. What's up, guys? This is JC the Black Guy, and today I want to talk to you about the MERCE chart and how it can help you out. So, the MERCE chart is a tool that I came up with so that I can better understand myself and see where I'm going wrong, and that allows me to be aware of myself and try to become a better person. As I'm in my journey, I use that as a way to be a better person. Before I show you what the chart is, I want to talk about awareness. A lot of person out there who try to go in these self-help groups. It's very hard for them to think deep and be aware of what they're going through. Just to give you an example, this is a stupid example I can give you, but it'll make sense. Let's say you had a fever, right? And that was your first time of having a fever. If you weren't aware of what a fever was, you would basically start to understand, oh my God, my body's hot. And then that could lead maybe to a flu, to something more serious. And you're just going through the process. However, if you're aware of what was going on, you would be okay, you would stay calm, and then you would realize that you're actually having a fever, and then you'd be okay, so you can start processing the information and take the steps so that it doesn't go into something worse than that, right? So that's what that's why awareness is important, especially to evaluate yourself. To be aware, it's to pay attention. Awareness comes from paying attention. The more you pay attention, the more aware you become. And before you can go out there and change the world, it's better you change yourself by paying attention to yourself and then grow out from there. And that's where the MERCE chart comes in. The MERCE chart was a name inspired from Mercedes. I love cars, I told you. So one day I was actually driving my own Mercedes, and it had the symbol, the star, the Mercedes star. So I was driving and I saw the hood, and it got me right there. It looked like the perfect balance between mind, body, and soul. Actually, give me a second. I'll show. Here we go. So I redesigned the Mercedes sign to show you what I mean, but it's like equal areas for the mind, the body, and the soul. And you would be right in the center. So when you try to understand yourself, try to imagine you being at that center here and see what the mind, body, and soul of your soul is. But it doesn't make sense right now. I'll give you 3 examples to show you what I mean. But I use this tool as a way to know where I'm at right now. So just to give you an idea, right now, I've been driving Uber for the whole year. And according to this chart, I'm putting too much of my purpose and too much of my mind into what I'm doing. So I don't have much time to take care of my body, and I'm actually paying the consequence for that right now. I had to do a kidney test a couple days ago. So that's how I know, but I'm aware of it. I'm you know what? Okay, I need to reduce because I'm giving too much priority for my purpose in my work. So I gotta adjust this to resemble this chart as close as possible. So that's just a brief example of what it is, but I wanted to go in more details to show you what I mean. Imagine a model, right? A model, she uses a body to get money. If she focuses too much on her body and all her work revolves around her body, well, her chart would look like this. Smart, trying to understand a little bit about business, but she has no purpose. What happens is if she relies too much on this, then when her beauty starts to fade away, well, she basically has no purpose. And actually that's what happened to Marilyn Monroe. She actually committed suicide and died because she couldn't find any reason to live in, because she really devoted all of her life trying to be a model, trying to be the best that she could be, but just on the body and the mind, but not purpose. It's very important. That's how you stay happy, right? So another example of the same type of person, but with the better structured chart, I would be a model that is using her body, for example, for a cause bigger than herself. So let's say, actually, I know a friend. I picked up a model. She does naked pictures, but like an artistic naked pictures, and she's perfect example for this chart. She does it because she wants to empower women to feel great about their body, regardless of the shape, or instead of fitting the stereotypes of what a model should be, she tried to use it as a way to inspire women to feel very happy in their own body, regardless of the defect or gaining weight or whatever their body could come up with. So she would have a great purpose behind her work. And when she is taking a picture, she's fully selfish because she's doing it for her own self and get more money, get more attention, get the fame maybe. But she's also doing it selfish and selfless in one action. And her body is also she not necessarily at the top shape that body could be, but her body is being used adequately. She doesn't spend too much time on her body, she doesn't spend too much time on her purpose, and she doesn't spend too much time on understanding her mind and how it goes. So that's how it works. That's how the chart works. And I'm just giving you that as an example to show you when the chart is out of balance on the body side and how you can put it in balance. Here's another example on when the mind is too much. Like, let's say a doctor that tries to get as much more money from people as possible, right? So let's say you go to the doctor, the first thing they say is, you have cancer, go do a chemotherapy because that's what pays me more money. Well, that's what the chart would look like. The chart would look like someone who's very smart, take care of their body, but their purpose is lacking. They don't have much purpose. They're not doing it for other people. They might help a couple people by doing the work, but it's not really the full intention. Versus another doctor who would basically fully try to help someone doing the surgery, doing it selfless, but at the same time try to make a better version in their career. Now, here's another example where someone is too deep on their purpose, and it would be Mother Teresa. It's not very well known, but Mother Teresa actually questioned God at the end of her life, and she spent her whole life basically doing the work of God according to her own perception. So this is another example. When you're giving too much on your purpose, you're giving, and you're not allowing yourself to receive, well, you create a scenario for imbalance, and that's shown very well in the chart. For Mother Teresa, her chart would look like this: very like big in the soul, but the body is okay. She's using her body to carry out her purpose, and she's very smart, but there is an imbalance, and that's why at the end she resent God. To show you someone who's doing the exact same thing with a better balanced chart would be the Princess Diana. And Princess Diana, she was doing it she was sharing, she was giving to charity, she was doing a lot of these works, but she was fully in the selfless. You may argue that a situation didn't allow her to be more selfless, and I give you that, but the point is that situation gave her a balanced chart, and she was killed and not, I don't know. But anyway, so her body was carrying her purpose, her body was top shape, purpose was there, and she was very smart as well. So this is a perfect example of what I mean, where I hope that can make you understand what I mean. So the soul, do not complicate the soul. Think of it as the purpose, right? What is your purpose? So that's why it's important to find your purpose. Someone who have no purpose is only working on the mind and the body. That chart is very small, right? That chart for the soul is very small, and that creates an imbalance, and they may feel that as they get older, they may feel they're lacking a sense of fulfillment. Some people do a lot of get their fulfillment from work, right? If their job is cut, then they have no sense of fulfillment. Now, if they get fired, if they get laid off, they have no sense of fulfillment. So what is your purpose? And the purpose has to be something within you that you are willing to share with the world, regardless of the situation that happens around you. If you can find a purpose like that, then you'll be happy wherever you go. And that center and that circle on the center, think of it as happiness. Happiness is when you can have the perfect balance, and then you can find yourself right at the center. So that's what I wanted to tell you. I'm gonna be referring to this chart a lot with two of my videos. I call it the MERCE chart, like Mercedes, but MERCE chart. And yeah, I wanted to keep you that, and that's basically what I have for you for this video. Talk to you later.